So leading up to the 2024-25 season, the Barrie Colts adding some new pieces as they prepare for a deep run this season. And one of those new players, Brad Gardiner. Brad, how are you adjusting to life in Barrie so far?
Yeah, it's been great. Obviously, been here since day one. Obviously, it was a quick trade there. Obviously, last minute there right before camp started. So nice to be here since day one. Building, since camp all the way to the end. So yeah, it's been good. A few familiar faces, a few guys I knew growing up, and lots of family and stuff in the area. So yeah, pretty familiar with the area, and yeah, it's been great so far.
And I was going to say, your family must be pretty excited since you're from Aurora, which is basically just down the road from the Saddle Arena.
Yeah, nice to be able to have some, weekend dinners, off days, all of that's nice. And yeah, I've had I don't know if you've heard them, but a few times they always get excited there in the corner. Yeah, I've had some pretty big crowds there for the first few home games so far. So yeah, it's obviously always fun, build energy off that, and hopefully they keep coming. So.
And you spent a couple seasons there with the Ottawa 67. So now seeing family on a more regular basis, is that does that add a comfort level to your daily game, or is it still something you're trying to get used to?
Yeah, a bit of an adjustment, but I think it's nice, having a that big of support network that close to me. Obviously in Ottawa, I had a great billet family, which I was super fortunate to have. But yeah, I think, being close to home, it's a big year for me. A big years for lots of guys on the team, need contracts and all that. So I think, I'm in the best spot I am to work towards that. I'm living with my aunt right now who takes great care of me, makes some she's a pretty good chef, so I can't complain. She's been awesome to me so far and letting me move in here. So yeah, all in all, it's been pretty good. Nice being close to family as well, because in Ottawa I didn't really get to come home besides a few days at Christmas. So yeah, it's definitely nice to have the convenience to go home whenever I need a little reset. And yeah, I think it'll be a fun year for not only myself but my family for sure.
And what was your dad's reaction? Because he used to play for the Barrie Colts before they were the OHL Barrie Colts.
Yeah, I think yeah, over the summer, obviously, as soon as we weren't too sure right when the season ended, but as the summer went on, we knew Barry was a possibility, and it was kind of exciting knowing that I could be playing closer to home, and yeah, obviously, we was super stoked. My dad's been at every game so far, my mom, but yeah, I mean, it's fun, talking to a few people that interviewed, say, my dad when he was in junior or whatever it was when he was playing, so yeah, I mean, it's fun to be able to have that crossover. I had a similar crossover in Ottawa since he played for the Sens there too. So, yeah, I've been getting used to it, and obviously it's super fun. Obviously for him to see me wearing the same jersey that he did once. So, yeah, it's super exciting and should be fun.
And when you came over to the Barrie Colts, there was a couple other Dallas Stars prospects and Emil Hemming and also Tristan Bertucci. So that must have been kind of nice seeing that you've got fellow prospects also on this team.
Yeah, awesome. I mean, a few development camps, and obviously I've known Bert for a little longer, and Emil, obviously he's like 3 doors down from me, so we've been spent some time together. So I usually drive or we'll carpool, to the rink in the morning. So yeah, both great guys. Fun building chemistry with on and off the ice. We could be playing together all together in the future. So yeah, I mean, it's awesome to have that kind of network here, and I think it's nice for Dallas as well to be able to watch three guys under the same kind of light here. So yeah, I think it's obviously, special and fun to be able to have that as well.
And you've had some time down in Dallas with the NHL club. I haven't been to Dallas personally, so I'm just wondering, is everything bigger in Texas?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome down there. I mean, I've been down there only a handful of times, but I was fortunate enough, to catch a playoff game last year. One of the player development guys brought us down there, so you see that environment and that atmosphere, and it's pretty hard not to get motivated by that. And everyone wants to play there one day. So, yeah, we went down. Me and Tristan were down with Texas last year, and just being in with the AHL team and the NHL team and seeing the way they operate and everything was pretty exciting. And yeah, I mean, Texas is a pretty cool spot, so no complaints, so it's been awesome so far.
And since being drafted by the Dallas Stars, what's been the biggest takeaway for you from that experience?
Yeah, everything. I think, each year in the OHL brings a different goal and a different kind of mindset's always the same, but your rookie year, you're just getting used to everything. And then obviously the draft year was a crazy year. You don't know where you're gonna go. It's the combine, interviews, and you're still in school, you're still a student. So I think you underestimate kind of the workload of that. And after you get drafted, it's a bit of a sigh of relief, you feel good, but then it honestly just gets harder and harder every kind of milestone you hit in hockey. So yeah, I think it's just, staying motivated, staying hungry, and, I still got to work for a contract. So it's a big year for me, and I'm excited to kind of take that on. But yeah, it should be, a fun year and big year for me this year. So it'll be
And
fun.
this past weekend, you had a bit of a breakout offensively, scoring 3 goals in 2 games. It seems like the addition of Dallin Wakely really sparked your game there on that line.
Yeah, obviously we had a few guys out of the lineup to start the year, which tough, but we had a lot of guys, younger guys, older guys step up, and nice to have, make that trade, and going to be a key addition for us. So I've trained with Wakes for the past 4 or 5 years. I trained with him at Gary Roberts. So I knew him before I was at a different gym last summer. I was with Paragenics, but yeah, I mean, training with him was great. So I know the player, he is, know him off the ice, which helped kind of, we only had one practice together as a line before we were taking on London and Brampton, two, skilled teams. So yeah, I think we're all in our lines pretty happy with how we played over the weekend, and it's just gonna be building chemistry and everything as time comes, more practices together. And I think it was a good week of practice this week, and we're all hungry, to get back to work this weekend.
And this weekend, I'm not sure if you marked it on your calendar, your first trip back to TD Place in Ottawa. What are the emotions like preparing for that game?
Yeah, definitely, weird going back a bit. I'm still, you be playing a lot of familiar faces there over on the other team, but I mean, we're all buddies, had some great years there, and still lots of my best friends still over on the other team. So it'll be weird. I mean, I'm sure, we're all friends off the ice, but I'm sure on the ice, we're all competitive, and, we're just going to treat it like any other game. I want to win, and I'm sure they will as well. So yeah, I think it'll be a bit of a friendly competition, but it should be fun. I think, my old billet family there, my family might go up. So it'll be a fun weekend, fun Sunday, fun to see some faces, that I haven't seen in a while. But yeah, it'll be a fun one, but I think the boys hopefully will want to win that one for sure.
And for this team, some high expectations this year. Do you find that the group, now that we've seen most of the players return to the lineup, do you feel like the team's really gelling, and you're sensing that some good things are ahead with this Barrie Colts team?
Yeah, I think, we have the foundation, we have the base, everything that we need, to win a lot of hockey games. So I think it's, it's fun. There's an excitement kind of in the locker room. I think everyone can feel that, we're all competitive players. We all want to win, and, being a bit of an older team as well, I think a lot of us, want to be able to say we won in our careers. So yeah, I think it'll be, we've made some of the steps in the right direction. The game the other night against London was a big game for us, and showing we can stick with those guys, and then, beating Brampton later on in the weekend. I think it shows just, our team. There's still a few things, obviously we need to fix, and I think it's better to, face that adversity now than later on in the season. So I think, yeah, it'll be good for our group, just getting, 1% better every day. And, by the time playoffs and all that comes around, I think we'll have a pretty good looking squad.
Well, Brad, thanks for doing this, and good luck the rest of the way.
Perfect. Thank you.
So that's Barrie Colts forward Brad Gardiner, who's fitting in quite nicely with this Barrie Colts team as one of the centermen on the squad. And it's been fascinating just to see how this team has come together. And then when you add a player like Dallin Wakely and you put him on a line with Bodie Stewart, the chemistry just hit almost instantly in that game against the London Knights. And we'll see how this chemistry continues to develop as they get set to take on the Owen Sound Attack Thursday night. We'll have that game on Rogers TV. And then on Sunday afternoon, the Barrie Colts make a trip up to the nation's capital to take on the Ottawa 67s. So thank you very much for your support and tuning in. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Talk to you again soon.